What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Strangest Minds. I'm Fernando, and today we're gonna keep on checking out what this Randonautica app is all about with Shivers in the Dark. Thank you, my friend, for introducing me to Randonautica. Because of you, I created a new playlist for my viewers to, I have like 7 more playlists of different things. So this is just an option if you guys are enjoying yourselves with Randonautica. But this one is 7 creepy Randonautica adventures caught on camera. So with that being said, let's see why we should not do this.
Please go.
Are you actually trying?
Hello, sir, man.
Can't really put my finger on.
Joe and Rob, the duo behind the YouTube channel Urban Ghosts Urban Exploration, are known for their gripping adventures through abandoned places and their deep fascination with the paranormal. In recent months, they've dipped into the strange and unpredictable world of Randonautica, using the app to guide them to mysterious and eerie locations they wouldn't have explored otherwise. In one particularly chilling video, Joe ventures out alone after setting his intention with the app to be taken somewhere haunted, and it seems the app delivered exactly that.
It just seems like really ominous here. I can't really put my finger on. What was that? Well, that's a bird now, but oh my gosh, you guys had to have heard that. Before that bird, there was something like...
As Joe begins filming, giving viewers a brief explanation of how unsettling the abandoned building feels, something behind him catches his attention. A large, ominous-looking gate appears to move on its own. He quickly grabs his camera and tripod to investigate, but finds nothing out of the ordinary. Laughing it off, though clearly uneasy, Joe continues deeper into the site.
There's an abandoned building right here, and there's this gate. Oh, wow.
That's a weird ass gate. You better make sure that's abandoned.
What was that? There's nothing back here.
Still trying to make sense of the location, Joe pauses to say a short prayer before using the Necrophonic app, an audio tool commonly used by paranormal investigators to attempt communication with spirits. What comes through the speaker takes him by surprise.
I still don't know what this is saying. I thought I heard devil. The fence! What about the fence? What about the fence? Run.
Midway through the session, Joe begins to hear what sounds like someone creeping up behind him. Faint voices seem to whisper from the bushes. He cautiously checks the surrounding area, but again, there's no one in sight. At that point, Joe decides he's had enough and leaves for the next Randonautica location. In the video's description, Joe hints that this might be his final solo Randonautica outing, and honestly, it's easy to see why. You never really know what, or who, you might encounter when you're out there alone. If you're into authentic paranormal exploration, definitely check out Urban Ghosts Urban Exploration. Their content is some of the most compelling and unnervingly real in the paranormal community.
All right, guys. So, what do you guys think about this one? I mean, this is really pushing me to want to try that app because here in Florida, it's a little bit difficult to do what I like doing, and that is exploring abandoned locations. But it seems like this app is telling people to go to these places that is fairly accessible. I mean, not for nothing. There are reasons why people don't give out too much details on abandoned locations, because then you have crazies that will go there and destroy it and, being a-holes. But for you to be just outside of the gate and experiencing paranormal activity, that place must be wildin'. And not for nothing, I'm down for it.
Jasko, also known as Yacinko on YouTube, is an American content creator widely known for his deep dives into the dark web, paranormal encounters, and all things unsettling. Recently, though, he's taken a new route, exploring the world through the unpredictable and eerie Randonautica app. For the past couple of months, he's been venturing out during the day to various random locations, documenting his experiences for his growing fan base.
I just see like a leg sticking out. It's a person. Yo, should we do? Call the cops. Probably.
While making their way around the back of the mall, they stumble upon something disturbing, a figure lying motionless on a concrete platform, unsure if the man is injured or worse. They consider calling the police, but instead they cautiously approach to see if he's responsive.
Hello? Sir? Man? Hello? Hello? It doesn't look like he's breathing.
One of them gives the man a light nudge, and to their shock, he suddenly sits up, coughing and staring at them with a dazed, unsettling expression. Without hesitation, Jasko and his friend bolt, sprinting back to their car in pure panic.
What? Oh no. Bro!
As they slam the doors shut and prepare to drive off, the man begins walking toward them. Fortunately, they manage to pull away safely before anything more can happen. According to Jasko's viewers, the man appeared to be under the influence of something, and many speculated the situation could have taken a much darker turn. Whether the man meant them harm or was simply in a bad state, one thing's for sure. This is another chilling reminder that Randonautica doesn't always lead to harmless adventure.
Well, that's for sure. And I'm sorry, you guys. I swear I was paying attention, but I was just curious. And I have an iPhone. There are Randonautica apps. So, use at your own discretion. But I really must say, you guys stay safe out there. I would hate to know that due to my video you guys watch, you guys download this app, you guys try it, go somewhere, get hurt. That would destroy me. But yeah, so definitely if this app is going to take you to an abandoned locations, yes, you're going to come across people that are finding an abandoned location as a place to sleep one off, or people that are going through some tough times or having some issues. They'll go to abandoned locations to have a roof over their head. So regardless of what you guys do, but for urban explorers, be careful going out there. And I've said this time and time again, I honestly don't see any pros in doing urbex solo.
Steve Ronan knows better than most just how terrifying Randonautica adventures can get and he warns others not to take the app lightly. In one of his most unsettling experiences, he and his friend Josh decided to use Randonautica with the intention of manifesting something dark and twisted. The app responded with directions that led them deep into the woods. As they made their way through the trees, a strange flickering light caught their attention. Following it, they discovered a pentagram ominously painted on a tree already, a clear sign that things were about to get unnerving. But that was only the start. Randonautica soon directed them to an abandoned house. Shockingly, the same mysterious light reappeared, hovering with them inside. No matter how close they moved toward it, the light never changed in size, ruling out any chance that it came from their own gear. At exactly 16 minutes and 50 seconds into the video, the light drifts behind an object in the backyard, confirming that it was entirely independent of their equipment. Then comes one of the creepiest moments. As they scan the outside of the house, a ghostly figure suddenly becomes visible in a window screen. What appears to be a pale face and 2 hands pressed against the mesh.
We're using an app called Randonautica.
The police suddenly arrive, their voices booming through the silence as they order Steve and Josh to step out and explain what they're doing there.
So, I mean, I didn't, maybe I'm just, because I was probably not paying attention this time. But, so, I am opening the app and I am just checking out more or less what it is. But, yeah, you guys, once again, if you guys go to an abandoned locations, you're going to come across some stuff that you're not ready for. Let alone, we're not even talking about paranormal. Scratch paranormal off the chart. We're talking about the living. And there are just a lot of crazy people out there. So with that being said, let's continue on and see what's up.
If you ever decide to try randonauting, most people recommend going during the daytime. It gives you better visibility and a stronger sense of safety. Thankfully, musician Lissy Coma followed that advice. She not only went out while it was still light, but also brought a friend along for the experience. That turned out to be a smart move. When they reached the coordinates, they were startled to hear eerie, chant-like sounds coming from inside one of the buildings nearby. What made it even more unsettling was the fact that they were in a remote area, surrounded by what appeared to be a cluster of completely abandoned structures.
I feel like they're doing a ritual.
I've seen this video before. Yep.
This is real. This is not a game. This is when we get murdered.
Judging by the expressions on both of their faces, that disturbing moment was enough to bring their Randonautica journey to an abrupt end. Lissy later shared that during their time there, they never saw a single person entering or leaving the building where the chanting came from. And based on her TikTok content since then, it seems neither Lissy nor her friend have gone randonauting again.
I mean, you guys didn't really experience nothing. I mean, technically speaking, you went to a building and you were hearing chanting almost religiously, right? Like if you was to go to a building and start hearing people singing, which is what you did, but in another language, which is probably is, and you're at a church. Like, I'm just saying, if there's a mass going on or a service or whatever other religions do, you're not going to see nobody walking in and out because they're in, it's in process. But everything depends on how long you were there. Or I mean, I just wish you guys showed us more of the building so we could get a better feel. But as of right now, you just went to a side of a building, which is a church, and you're hearing, people singing, chanting. That's about it. But let's continue on.
Rose is a young mother who typically shares wholesome TikTok content, including clips featuring her newborn. But one evening, she decided to go randonauting with a man presumed to be her partner. If you're familiar with the Randonautica app, you'll know it's generally not recommended to use it after dark. Strange and sometimes terrifying things tend to happen, and Rose's experience was no exception.
My f***ing God, Michael, let's go.
We saw this in the first video.
Please. Bro, I'm scared. Get out now.
Upon reaching the location the app directed them to, they were immediately startled by the sight of a man holding a knife, screaming at the top of his lungs. Understandably shaken, Rose urgently asked Michael to drive away. He hesitated at first, but eventually hit the gas, trying to put distance between them and the threatening stranger.
Please go!
Are you actually crying?
Go!
Are you actually
He's
crying?
scaring me!
Dude, I'm sorry. I thought about this the first time I saw it, but then I kind of let it slide because it's the first video of doing Randonautica, and I was more into the Randonautica. But you must be a real jerk to your girlfriend if you are hearing her scared out of her mind, and your only reaction is, "Are you really crying?" Like that is the most immature. Girl, you could do better.
Michael, I'm so scared.
He had a gun.
What the f?
That dude had a gun.
But things only got more intense. As they were driving off, Michael noticed another man in the rearview mirror. This one appeared to be armed with a gun. Panic set in, and they sped away from the scene as fast as possible. Afterward, many of Rose's followers reached out to check if the couple was okay and to ask whether they had contacted the police.
Yeah, there were two guys. One like probably 50 yards behind the one dude, and we thought it was a gun, so we sped off and ducked our heads. So
In response, they confirmed that at least one of the men had a knife, and both were acting erratically. Even more disturbingly, one of them kept yelling the word paradise over and over again for reasons unknown. Whatever the true nature of the incident was, it serves as a chilling reminder of why exploring unfamiliar locations, especially at night, isn't always a good idea.
I mean, if you guys want to know my reaction to that one, I reacted to this specific video the last time around, and basically what I said is that when you go, I don't know any parks anywhere. If you go at night, you're going to see people that most likely are up to no good. Basically, don't go to the park alone. I mean, I'm from New York, so this is my my defense mechanism kicking in. But here in Florida, I'm not too sure. But regardless, like I'm not very as far as going to the park is concerned, outdoorsy. So there's no reason why I would go to a park at night, regardless. But let's continue.
A Mexican man named Chris Flores decided to try out Randonautica one night back in July. The coordinates the app provided led him to what appeared to be the outskirts of a small town. Once there, Chris quickly realized the area was being used as a kind of shelter or living space by the local homeless population. Not even a full minute into exploring, he stumbled upon something truly heartbreaking.
No es lo que yo esperaba. Que llegamos a un campamento base de indigentes, al parecer.
That's dangerous.
Hay un desmadre, pero nada más. A ver. No mames. A la mierda. Hay una persona.
Chris discovered what seemed to be the body of a homeless individual lying in the grass. Out of respect, he didn't share any graphic footage, but the expression on his face said it all: complete shock and sadness at the sight of what he had found. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time Randonautica has led someone to such a grim discovery. Many might remember that it was a body found in a black suitcase in Seattle that first brought serious attention to the app. How or why Randonautica continues to guide users to such tragic and unsettling scenes remains a disturbing mystery.
I am convinced. I said this the first video. Who's not to say that Randonautica is almost like a Craigslist, right? People put their whatever on Craigslist while others look for it, and so on and so forth. Because on the last video, it was 5 videos, like 4 out of 5, there was somebody waiting or somebody there at the destination. So who's not to say people are utilizing this app to get somebody to a place so they could do their deed, right? So I actually remember that specific video in one of the videos of the darkest, most disturbing, with the playlist, disturbing, most disturbing things caught on the net. So I remember seeing that video, and that is wild because they didn't even mention that it was a Randonautica app that got that girl there. That is so interesting now. But anyway, let's continue on for the last video.
A YouTube channel called Exploring with Eric uses the Randonautica app to uncover the scariest place they've ever encountered, and it absolutely delivers. The app leads them down a long, isolated dirt road lined with eerie signs, one of which appears to be a warning. Although Google Translate struggles with the exact phrasing, it's said to claim that the property belongs to a dangerous witch who watches trespassers at all times. As they continue, they come across 2 fences covered in disturbing balsam scorched, others missing limbs seemingly remnants of black magic rituals. The chilling display seems like a deliberate message, and the sheer number of dolls suggests someone spent years collecting them. It's unsettling enough to wonder if the children who once owned them might still be nearby, in the worst possible way. At the road's end, they discover 3 life-size mannequins dressed in ragged, outdated clothing. While they might resemble scarecrows,
Do you guys see that?
upon a decrepit shack, which gives off the impression of a holding cell rather than a home. Just as they're about to investigate inside, a chilling sensation of being watched overwhelms them, prompting them to flee the scene. Honestly, given the circumstances, running was probably the smartest thing they could have done.
Yeah, that would be a wild place to go. I mean, to witness. You guys are using this app, and you it takes you to a place where there's a bunch of dolls all hung up and mannequins looking all wild and stuff. Looks like a person with artistic style. But nonetheless, it is for somebody that's just wanting to, damn, there's a lot of videos, my guys, about Randonautica. For sure, we're gonna keep on going with this playlist. But yeah. Uh everybody who is curious enough to try this, like me, I'm already trying to see what's up. But be very careful, follow your gut. If something's not right, just leave it alone, head the other direction. But until now, if you guys are enjoying this Randonautica content, please do what you do when you like a video. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.